In this lesson, we'll begin building our spine rig. We have a few ways of tackling the spine we can work with an FK rig, just rotating these controls, and that might give us some good results. You actually can get some good performances with an FK spine rig, but I find that with the IK spline that is used with FK, we can get some really nice and flexible results. So let's say we go ahead and build that. Get started by heading over to our side view, and we'll draw out a bone that is the length of our spine, and then we'll go ahead and segment that out to give us enough joints we'll need to get some nice flexible results in the upper body. So let's head over to our joint tool. Start by creating our first joint right at the center of our thigh joint, and then the last joint at the base of the neck. Now, exiting the tool, you'll see that the bone is at a bit of an angle. So to correct that, if we were to go ahead and have it selected, go into the pitch axis, you can see all we need to do is set this value of 88 to a value of 90 to straighten that up. You can see it was almost there. Okay, from there, we'll want to make sure that this joint is going to be centered between the thighs. This is so that as we rotate in our pitch axis, we won't get any buckling in the knees. So to do this, we first want to select the root of this new chain we've made. Shift select our thigh bones. Now it's just a matter of running a position constraint. You can see that there was a slight shift. So now this bone has been centered. So from there, we no longer need this position constraint tag. We can go ahead and delete it. Head back over to our side view and segment this joint. So I'll go back to the joint tool. Keep in mind the modifier we're using to split the joint, it's shift. So we want to go ahead and hold down shift. I'll just go ahead and click 3 times to create a few more joints. We want to be mindful of our pivots, especially when we get to the chest, to make sure that it's going to be at the right spot so we'll get the right deformations. So to move this joint, we could always use the left mouse button, that's the default, and just kind of drag this down. If you find that there's a bit of an angle in your spine as you move this, when we go ahead and connect our spline IK tag, that's actually going to help us to make sure that this chain is going to be completely straight and at no angle at all. Alright, so now it's time to rename these joints, and then from there we'll go ahead and build our spline, and we could actually do that from our joint chain. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and rename the root. It's going to be root spine 01. The next joint, that's going to be BN hip 01. Following that, it's going to be BN underscore back A01. Next is BN back B. The next joint is going to be renamed to chest 01. And finally, the last joint is chest end. So it's going to be BE chest end 01. Okay, so we're ready to now create our spline. Let's go and exit our joint tool. So to do so, we just need to select our root joint.